let's have a look at the working of Pelton wheel turbine. So as you know that this is the experimental setup in the lab of the Pelton wheel turbine. As you can see there, that is the Pelton wheel. So the water inlet to the Pelton wheel comes from here. This is the motor which gives the inlet to the Pelton wheel. Since in these laboratory conditions we cannot give head to the Pelton wheel from a height, the motor gives the inlet head to the Pelton wheel, and this is the rod through which we can control the inlet speed of water to the Pelton wheel. And as we know, the inlet and outlet pressure of the Pelton wheel is equal to the atmospheric pressure. And yeah, as you can see, that is the power generator. And next we will come here. This is the V notch which is present at the outlet of the Pelton wheel. So the constant values, like the CD value of the V notch, is already known to us, through which we can calculate the discharge flow rate of water from the Pelton wheel. So next, this is the supply pump starter of the Pelton wheel. This is the fuse, this is the voltmeter, this is the ammeter. From here we will control the turbine speed, and this is the switches to vary the loads on the turbine, and this indicator gives us the total head on the turbine. This is the energy meter, and this indicates the head over the V notch.
Hello guys, my name is Sushant Joshi and I will be explaining the procedure to find the efficiency of the Pelton wheel at a constant speed. So as you can see, this is the speed indicator. From this wall, I will be controlling the speed of the rotor, and that speed will be indicated here. So first, for the first trial, I will be switching the first load on. Using this wall, I will be controlling the speed and making it a constant, say 1100 RPM. And once I make this a constant, I will note down the values of voltage, current, and the head at that particular load, and the head over the V notch. After this, we calculate the time taken for fire emission of this energy meter. And in the second round, what we will do is we will again switch on the second load, and for this load again the RPM will vary, and again using this wall I will make sure that my RPM is constant at the same value, that is 1100 RPM. And for this load, I have to note down my voltage, current, head over the notch, head of the turbine, and again calculate the time taken for fire emission in the energy meters. Now let us start the experiment.
Keeping the head constant. We are going to vary the head by adjusting this valve, and we are going to note the reading from here. Let's keep it 9 kg per centimeter square. By adjusting this valve, we are maintaining the head constant. As the inlet and outlet are same,
the notch head will be also remain same, and we are going to vary the load of the generator. So the voltage and current is going to vary, and the RPM is noted down, and for different loads we are going to note down the voltage and current, and this is the energy meter, and we are going to calculate the time taken for 5 revolution of this disc, and we are going to calculate the outlet flow through the notch values. We are going to get the theoretical value. So keeping the head constant for different loads, we are going to calculate the efficiency.